to my channel. I'm Laura Ray, and today I'm here with some fun Amazon finds, things that have been really helpful to me that I've been enjoying. I just wanted to sort of catch up with you and share with you some of the things I did back in July. I can't believe we're already in August. So we'll start with organizing. I have been really working on organizing my house and giving away things that I don't really use. I just want to have the things that are special to me or that I use all the time. And I found I had a lot of costume jewelry under $10, under $20 that I just don't wear anymore. So I'm giving those away, and I bought these jewelry organizers. I bought one for rings, and it holds 100 rings. I don't have 100 rings, but I love that I can see everything that I have. The latches are great. You just hook the latches shut, and this fits in a drawer so beautifully. But I love that when I take it out, I can see everything I have. I have some more rings I'm going to put into it. I haven't finished going through my things yet, but I have stuff even from childhood that I'm going through and deciding whether my daughters want it or I just need to give it away. But I also bought this 48 grid organizer for my earrings. And you know, when you see it this way, you realize how many things you have, and you also start using your stuff. Since I had these jewelry organizers, I realized, hey, I could switch it up all the time. My earrings, instead of wearing the same ones all the time. As a matter of fact, I found I had these heart earrings I really love that I bought on Amazon. They were affordable, but I love hearts and they're so cute. So I started wearing those instead of the cubic zirconia, just crystals that I was wearing every single day. So I'm having fun going through the jewelry, keeping things that are very sentimental and just gifting the other things that I'm just not wearing. I love eyeshadow, and Tarte came out with a new pencil, so I wanted to try it. It's called SmolderEYES, and I bought the bronze shade. It's actually called Sultry. This is such a great pencil. It glides on the eyes. I love using it as eyeliner. You can use it as liner or all over the eye, and it is a little darker for me all over the eye. Today what I did was I went in the crease with it and blended that out and used it as liner. This pencil is so great. I know so many of you are like me and you like the Tarte eyeshadow products. I think that's one of their best things that they do is eyeshadow, and they did not disappoint with this pencil. But if this is more than you want to spend or it's not in your budget, I recommend the ones from Revlon. These are the Revlon Glimmer multi-sticks. They call them multi-sticks because the lighter shade, some of them have shimmer and can be used like on the cheekbone as a highlight. This is interesting because it's got the little jelly tool on the end. Now the SmolderEYES has this sponge on the end, which I think works maybe a little better for smudging. The jelly part is good if you're trying to get around the bigger edges, but not good if you're trying to smoke along the lash line. This shade 107 is just a beautiful shimmer for the lid. This is one you could use on the cheekbones too. These are creamy. They dry down to where they don't move. These actually have a primer in them, so you don't need any primer, and I don't need any primer with the Tarte either. Both of these work beautifully without wearing a primer. They last all day. They're just beautiful eyeshadows, really easy to blend. My favorite pencil of all the Glimmer, and I think I have about 6 of them now, is the green. This is the shade 101 called Teeny Time, and it has almost a champagne bronzy shimmer to it. This looks gorgeous as eyeliner. I love it. I love putting it in the lower lash line. It is just beautiful, and these do blend out nicely as long as you blend them after you're done and don't let them sit on the eye too long. And the same way with the SmolderEYES. But both of these can give you sort of that smoky eye look, and they're just absolutely stunning. In July, I really focused on my lines in my forehead and under my eyes, and I've been so good about using my skincare every night. And the main skincare I've been using is the Volume Up Time Block Cream. And what I do now when I put it on is I put it under the eyes like an eye cream, and I let it just sit for a moment. And I put some more on the forehead lines and the lines here. I'm not using it all over here. I'm mainly sticking to those lines because that's where I'm looking for the volume. So once I have spread that, I take out my Flexy patches and put them on. And when I go to bed, I'm all taped up. But you know, these are so wonderful. They have so much stretch in them. I've tried others that didn't have the stretch and the flexibility, and they sort of irritated me during the night as far as feeling them on my face. I forget these are even on. I will wake up in the morning and my husband will say, "Oh, I see you've got your My Flexies on," and I'll just forget I even have them on. They're that comfortable. These have been great for my fine lines. My skin is so much smoother in the morning, and I'm noticing over time that these lines are getting so much less deep. They were much more noticeable to me before. I have to look at them all the time in the mirror, in the 10 times or the 20 time mirror, and they look even more dramatic. So I've noticed great changes using those two products together. On Saturday, I have a few more products that I've been using in July, and I'll update you on some of the other stuff that I've been up to. Everything's listed in the description of the video. Thanks so much for being here and watching. I love you all so much. Have a blessed day.